Welcome to our deep dive today. We're gonna get our hands a little dirty with the rough-leaved geranium or Pelargonium radula if you're feeling fancy.
Ooh.
But here's the twist.
Okay.
Our source today isn't some dry botanical journal.
Right.
It's actually a blog post.
Really?
Yeah, written by a self-described old software plumber
Okay.
who also happens to be a really passionate gardener.
Interesting combination.
I know. Color me intrigued.
Yeah, that's not a combo you see every day. Coding and cultivating, huh?
Yeah. It's a pretty fascinating intersection, I think.
It is.
This blogger clearly has got like a methodical mind.
Right.
And the way that he approaches gardening, you can tell. Like
Yeah.
he's got this almost scientific approach to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that speaks volumes about how different passions can inform each other.
Yeah, for sure. And in unexpected ways too.
Totally.
Okay. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, you've got to hear this plant's nicknames, okay?
Right.
Jaramin
Here.
and Pocock Jari Lima,
Interesting.
which translates to five-fingered plant.
Five-fingered plant.
I mean, come on, that's got to make you want to learn more, right?
It definitely begs for a closer look, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know those names actually hint at some of the plant's key features.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Pelargonium radula has these incredibly unique leaves. They're deeply lobed and rough textured,
Okay.
hence the rough-leaved part, obviously.
Right.
But you have to imagine those lobes, those leaves, spreading out like fingers on a hand.
Oh.
That's where the five-fingered nickname comes in.
Right, I see. Okay, so I'm trying to picture it. It's almost like a leafy hand reaching out.
Exactly.
So is it the shape of the individual leaves, or does the whole plant kind of grow in that hand-like formation?
That is a great question, and it actually touches on a very crucial aspect of this geranium's care, which is pruning. You see, the blogger really emphasizes consistent pruning to maintain the plant's shape.
Gotcha.
If you just let it go, just let it do its thing, those fingers might get a little too leggy
Oh, okay.
and sprawling. So regular trimming helps to encourage a more compact and, dare I say, hand-like form.
Ah, I see. So a little snip here, a little snip there keeps those fingers from getting out of control.
Exactly.
Okay. But let's be honest. There's got to be more to this plant's appeal than just the shape of the leaves, right?
You're absolutely right.
Hmm.
This is where things get really delightful.
Okay.
The Rough-leaved Geranium releases this incredible rose-lemon fragrance when you touch the leaves.
Really?
Just imagine brushing past it, and suddenly you're enveloped in this lovely, refreshing scent.
Ooh. Okay, that settles it.
Why don't you try?
I need this plant on my balcony, like yesterday.
You got to get one.
The blogger must be like head over heels for this geranium, right?
He is. He specifically calls out the foliage and the fragrance as like his favorite things about
Yeah.
it. And I think it's just a great reminder that gardening is as much about personal preference as it is about, you know, the actual act of keeping the plant alive.
Right, totally. It's like you're curating your own little green oasis,
Yeah,
tailored to your senses.
exactly.
But speaking of keeping things alive, what does he say about caring for this aromatic wonder?
Okay, well, consistent watering is key.
Okay.
Geraniums are generally pretty thirsty plants,
Okay.
and the rough-leaved geranium is no exception.
All right.
But he goes a step further and really emphasizes the importance of regular pruning.
Okay.
And it's not just for aesthetics.
Right.
It's to prevent that leggy growth and the loss of those lower leaves.
So it's all about finding that balance. Water enough to keep it happy, but prune it strategically to encourage healthy growth.
Exactly.
Okay. Sounds like my kind of plant parenting.
It is. It is. And actually, he also stresses the importance of fertilizer.
Okay.
He suggests that it helps prevent, again, that leggy growth and leaf loss, which kind of ties back into the pruning aspect.
I see.
So it seems like those three elements, the watering, the pruning, and the fertilizing, they all work together
Yeah.
to create these ideal conditions for this particular geranium.
So it's a bit high maintenance, maybe?
It might be a little bit.
But the payoff is this beautiful, fragrant, unique plant. So,
It's worth it.
yeah. But you know what really caught my attention?
What's that?
The blogger's approach to evaluating his plants.
Okay.
He doesn't just stick them in the ground and hope for the best.
Right.
He strategically places them in different spots around his residential area to see how they adapt to different microclimates.
Interesting.
It's like he's running a horticultural experiment.
I love that. It's so insightful. I think that's where his background in software engineering comes in, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
He's applying this very systematic approach to gardening,
Yeah.
meticulously observing, recording how each plant responds to its environment. And there's just this
Yeah.
fascinating blend of science and passion, you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely. And I think that's like a really valuable lesson for all of us,
That or
our gardening experience. It's
Yeah.
not just about like following a set of instructions.
Right.
It's about like understanding the why behind those instructions and adapting them to our own conditions.
Exactly. Become a student of your own garden.
Yeah.
Observe, experiment,
Yeah. Yeah.
just as you go. And speaking of observation, why don't we delve a little deeper
Okay.
into the specifics of caring for geraniums in general?
All right.
Because I think there's a lot more to discover beyond just what our blogger friend has told us.
Yeah, perfect. Because while our software engineer turned gardener is clearly onto something, I bet you have a whole like arsenal of geranium knowledge to share. So
I don't know about arsenal, but
hit me with it. Hit me with your geranium wisdom.
okay. So let's start with the basics. One of the most important things to remember about geraniums is they crave well-drained soil. They absolutely hate sitting in water. So whether you're planting in a pot or in the ground, ensuring proper drainage is really crucial.
Okay, so good drainage is non-negotiable for happy geraniums. Got it. What about sunlight, though? Are these like sun worshipers, shade seekers? What are we talking here?
The geraniums are definitely sun lovers.
Yeah.
You want to give them at least 6 hours of direct sunlight a day
Oh, wow. Okay.
to really see them thrive. However, they can tolerate some shade, especially in hotter climates where the afternoon sun is really intense.
Okay, so full sun if possible, but a little shade won't hurt them.
Right, exactly.
Makes sense. Now, I know every plant has their Achilles heel when it comes to like pests and diseases.
Of course.
What should we be on the lookout for with geraniums?
You're right. No plant is totally invincible.
Right.
But geraniums are generally pretty hardy.
Okay.
But they can be susceptible to some common pests, like aphids, whiteflies, spider mites. The good news is that those are usually manageable with like insecticidal soap or neem oil.
Okay, so a little vigilance and some natural remedies should keep those pesky critters at bay. What about diseases, though? Anything we should be aware of?
Well, one of the most common issues is root rot,
Okay.
which, as you might guess, is often caused by overwatering or poorly draining soil.
Right, which is why we keep coming back to that good drainage.
It all comes back to that. It's really
Yeah.
the foundation for healthy geraniums.
Good drainage. It's like the mantra of geranium care.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else we should keep in mind to keep our geraniums thriving?
I think one last tip that can really make a big difference is regular deadheading.
Deadheading. Okay.
Removing those spent blooms not only keeps your plants looking tidy, but it also encourages them to produce more flowers.
So that's basically just pinching off the faded flowers, right?
That's all it is.
Okay, I can handle that. All right, so we've covered watering, pruning, fertilizer, sunlight, drainage, pests, diseases, and deadheading.
We've covered a lot.
I'm feeling like a geranium guru already.
Well, I don't know about guru,
But
but
almost.
we've definitely laid a good foundation, I think. And, the best way to really master any skill is by doing.
Right.
So, go get yourself a rough-leaved geranium, experiment with these tips, and enjoy the process.
Yeah, words to live by. All right, so back to our blogger's rave reviews about this plant.
Yes.
He is clearly smitten with this unique foliage and that irresistible rose lemon fragrance.
It is lovely.
And I have to admit, I'm starting to see the appeal.
It's a special one.
It is. Who needs artificial scents when you can have the real deal, right? But, I'm left with one kind of lingering question as we start to wrap up this first part of our deep dive.
Okay.
Well, that rose lemon scent is like heavenly for us humans.
Mm-hmm.
Could it also have some like unexpected consequences in the garden?
Oh, interesting.
Like I'm thinking, could it attract unwanted pests?
Yeah.
Or even deter the beneficial ones?
That's a brilliant question. And one that actually the blogger's post didn't address directly. I think it's just this great reminder that the natural world is full of these complex interactions, and even the most appealing features can have unforeseen effects.
So a little mystery to ponder as we move forward.
I love it.
I know. This deep dive just keeps getting more interesting.
It really does.
All right, listeners, we've reached the end of part 1 here, where we've explored the unique allure of the rough-leaved geranium. We've decoded its care requirements and even ventured into that intriguing world of, like, plant-insect interactions.
It's a fascinating world.
It is, and in part 2, we're going to continue our exploration. We'll take a closer look at the blogger's living laboratory approach to gardening, and we'll extract some valuable lessons on how you can apply his methods to your own green spaces.
Can't wait.
And then we'll also delve into the fascinating world of pelargoniums, uncovering the rough-leaved geranium's place within this diverse and really captivating genus.
It's a big family.
It is. So stay tuned for more intriguing insights and thought-provoking questions as we continue our deep dive into the fascinating world of the rough-leafed geranium. Until then, happy gardening.
Happy gardening. Welcome back to our deep dive into the world of the rough-leaved geranium.
You know, as we were wrapping up part 1, I kept thinking about that blogger's approach to evaluating his plants. Super methodical.
It is remarkable, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can really see how his background in software engineering kind of spills over into his gardening practice.
Totally.
In this really unexpected but insightful way.
It's like he's turned his garden into this, like, living laboratory, you know, carefully testing and observing how different plants adapt to various microclimates.
Precisely. And that systematic approach, it yields such a depth of knowledge that I think a lot of casual gardeners, they might miss, you know.
For sure.
He's essentially conducting controlled experiments, albeit on a smaller scale, by placing those rough-leaved geraniums in different spots around his property.
It's like he's hacking the horticultural code,
Right.
using his analytical skills to unlock the secrets of successful gardening.
That's a great way to put it.
It makes you wonder what other insights we could glean from his unconventional methods.
Right. That's a great point. And I think what's particularly fascinating
Yeah.
is that his approach is something that anyone can adopt.
Yeah.
Regardless of their background, you know.
Totally.
It's simply a matter of shifting your perspective a little bit.
Right.
And embracing a more scientific mindset in the garden.
So it's not just about following instructions blindly.
It's
about becoming a more active participant in the process.
Yes.
Observing, questioning, experimenting. It's like turning gardening into a detective game.
I love that.
Right?
Exactly.
A little Sherlock Holmes in the garden.
There you go.
But let's maybe shift gears a little bit, get back to the star of our deep dive.
Okay.
The rough-leaved geranium itself.
Yes.
We've talked about its features.
Yes.
We've talked about its care requirements. But where does it fit in the grand scheme of things, you know?
That's a great question.
Where does Pelargonium radula fit into the vast and intricate world of plants?
I love that question. First, I think we need to clear up a common misconception.
Okay.
The term geranium can be a little misleading.
Okay.
True geraniums belong to the genus Geranium,
Okay.
while the rough-leaved geranium and its many relatives actually belong to the genus Pelargonium.
Wait, so the rough-leaved geranium isn't technically a true geranium?
It's a common mistake.
Mind blown.
I know, right? But both geranium belong to the same family, Geraniaceae,
Okay.
but they have distinct characteristics. True geraniums tend to be hardy perennials,
Okay.
while pelargoniums are often grown as annuals or tender perennials, depending on the climate.
So they're like distant cousins with different lifestyles.
Yes, a perfect analogy.
I like it.
Now, within the Pelargonium genus,
Okay.
there are hundreds of species and cultivars,
Wow.
each with its own unique traits. And the rough-leaved geranium, Pelargonium radula, stands out with its, well, we've already talked about it,
Right.
the deeply lobed, fragrant foliage.
Those 5 fingers and that incredible rose lemon scent.
That's it.
But where did this remarkable plant originate, though? What's its natural habitat like?
Pelargonium radula is native to South Africa,
Oh, okay.
where it thrives in rocky, well-drained soils,
Interesting.
which makes sense given its preferences in cultivation.
Right. It all connects.
It does.
So it's a tough cookie, able to withstand some pretty harsh environments.
It is.
No wonder it's so popular with gardeners.
I know, right?
Now, you mentioned its botanical background.
Yes.
Is there anything else sort of interesting in that realm that we should touch on?
There is one more thing I think we should mention.
Okay.
Pelargonium radula has this remarkable ability to hybridize with other Pelargonium species.
So it's a bit of a social butterfly in the plant world, huh? Mingling its genes with others.
You could say that.
Interesting.
But this ability to hybridize has led to the creation of countless cultivars,
Wow.
with a huge array of flower colors and shapes and even fragrances.
So it's like a botanical melting pot,
It is.
contributing to the diversity and beauty of the Pelargonium world.
Exactly.
And for gardeners, that means endless possibilities.
It does.
So many options.
So many options.
But, as we delve deeper into this plant's botanical backstory,
Yeah.
it makes me appreciate the blogger's methodical approach even more.
Absolutely.
He's not just growing a plant.
Right.
He's really connecting with its lineage,
Yeah.
understanding its origins,
Yeah.
unlocking its potential through this really careful observation.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It is, and it brings us back to that idea that gardening
Yeah.
is more than just a hobby.
It is.
It's a journey of discovery.
Yeah.
It's a way to connect with nature on this much deeper level.
I completely agree.
But, amidst all the scientific talk and the botanical exploration, there's something we haven't really addressed yet.
What's that?
The purely personal side of gardening.
Right.
The blogger specifically mentioned being drawn to the rough-leaved geranium because of its unique foliage.
Yes.
It's a good reminder that gardening is as much about personal aesthetic preferences
Absolutely.
as it is about, well, anything else, really.
It's so true. It's easy to get caught up in the technicalities,
Yeah.
the soil pH and the pruning techniques and, pest control and all that.
Right.
But ultimately, gardening should be a source of joy
Yeah.
and personal expression.
So it's not just about growing the biggest tomatoes
Yeah.
or the most perfectly shaped roses.
It's not a competition.
Right.
Yeah.
It's also about choosing plants that resonate with you on a deeper level.
Exactly.
Plants that you find visually appealing or fragrant or just interesting.
Yeah. Plants that speak to your soul.
Ooh, I like that. Speak to your soul.
A little bit.
So it's about creating a garden that reflects your personality, your own personal style.
Yes.
Almost like a living tapestry woven with your own unique taste and preferences.
Beautifully put. That's what makes gardening so personal
Yeah.
and so rewarding.
Yeah.
It's a reflection of your own individual journey.
Yeah.
It's a space where you can experiment and learn and create something that's truly unique.
I love that perspective.
Me too.
It's not about following a set of rules.
Right.
It's about expressing yourself through the language of plants.
That's beautiful.
And speaking of connections, you know what keeps coming back to me?
What's that?
This realization that everything in the garden is interconnected.
It is.
We've talked about the rough-leaved geranium's role in its natural habitat,
Uh-huh.
its ability to hybridize, its potential impact on pests.
Yes.
It's just this powerful reminder that even a single plant
right.
can have these ripple effects
Totally.
throughout the whole ecosystem.
A whole web of life.
Right, like a delicate web of life.
Yeah.
Where each thread plays this vital role.
It does.
So when we're choosing plants for our gardens,
Yeah.
we're not just creating a beautiful space for ourselves.
Right.
We're also impacting the lives of countless other creatures.
Absolutely. It's a responsibility, I think, that we need to approach with awareness and respect.
Definitely.
Our choices have consequences,
Yeah.
and it's up to us to make informed decisions
Yeah.
that benefit not just our gardens, but the environment as a whole.
So it's about finding that balance, right?
Yes,
Creating a space that's both beautiful and ecologically mindful.
it is.
A space that nurtures both our souls
Yeah,
and the natural world around us.
I love that.
And on that note, I think it's time to shift gears again.
Okay.
Maybe delve into the more practical aspects of this deep dive.
Right.
We've explored the botanical intricacies of the rough-leaved geranium.
We have.
We've uncovered its backstory. We've pondered the philosophical implications of its existence.
All the big questions.
Right. But now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty
Okay.
of actually growing this plant. So in part 3 of our deep dive, we'll transition from theory to practice
Right.
and give you some really practical tips and resources
Terrific.
to help you successfully cultivate your own rough-leaved geranium.
All right.
So stay tuned for more guidance and advice as we conclude our deep dive into the world of the rough-leaved geranium.
Welcome back to our deep dive, everyone. It's time for the grand finale of our rough-leaved geranium adventure.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have botanical lineage, care secrets, even pondering its place in nature.
Right. Big picture stuff.
Big picture, exactly.
Yeah.
But now, let's roll up our sleeves and get practical.
I did.
For all those folks out there ready to, welcome this fragrant beauty into their own gardens, this part's for you.
Yeah, let's get into the how-tos.
Exactly. Exactly. We've got seasoned gardeners tuning in. We've got, budding enthusiasts.
Right.
So let's break it down, into some manageable steps. Where do we even begin?
Well, first things first, you got to acquire the plant itself.
Of course, of course. You might be able to stumble upon one at a local nursery.
Yeah.
But let's be real, this isn't like your average petunia.
Right, exactly.
To find a real gem like this,
Yeah.
you're probably going to have to venture online.
Okay.
There are tons of really reputable plant retailers
Yeah.
that specialize in those more, hard-to-find treasures.
So basically, if you want this specific geranium, you're going to have to do a little extra searching.
A little digging, yeah.
But as always, do your due diligence.
Of course, yes.
Read reviews, compare prices, make sure you're buying from a trusted source.
Absolutely. And don't be afraid to reach out to the seller if you have any questions.
Yeah, good point.
Most online retailers are incredibly knowledgeable,
Yeah.
and they're happy to point you in the right direction.
All right. So you found your rough-leaved geranium. Congrats. Now, before you even think about planting, location.
So important, location. Got to remember, this plant comes from South Africa, sunny landscapes. So you want to find a spot in your garden that gets at least 6 hours
6 hours.
of direct sunlight each day, at least.
Okay, so full sun is ideal. But, we did learn earlier that it can tolerate a bit of shade, right?
Absolutely.
Especially in those hotter climates.
Exactly. It's all about finding that sweet spot, that balance.
Right, finding that balance.
Speaking of balance, don't forget our mantra, drainage. Drainage.
Getting back to drainage.
It's so crucial for these
It's
plants.
non-negotiable. So if you're planting in a pot, make sure it has plenty of drainage holes.
Of course.
And if you're going straight into the ground, amending the soil with some compost or other organic matter can help a lot.
For sure. It really improves that drainage.
So basically create like a nice airy spa experience for the roots.
Exactly. Pamper those roots.
Okay. Location, drainage, check and check. Time for the main event, planting.
Right. Planting time.
Any pro tips to make sure those roots settle in and are happy?
Whether you're using a pot or planting directly in the ground, dig a hole that's twice as wide as the root ball.
Twice as wide. Okay.
That's going to give those roots plenty of space to spread out,
Yeah. To explore their new home.
to really get comfortable.
And gently loosen those roots, I imagine, before you plop it in its new home.
A little bit, yeah. Loosen them up
And then make sure that the top of the root ball is level with the surrounding soil.
like a little crown.
Exactly.
And after you're done planting, water it thoroughly
Okay.
and then add a layer of mulch on top to help retain that moisture.
It's like tucking in your little geranium for a good night's sleep.
Exactly. Now on to the ongoing care. We know this plant needs regular watering, pruning, and fertilizer.
Right. The trifecta.
But let's dive into specifics. How can you tell when your rough-leaved geranium is thirsty?
Easy. The finger test. Stick your finger about an inch into the soil. If it feels dry, it's time for a drink.
That's it. Simple.
And when you do water deeply.
Yes, people.
Make sure it flows out of those drainage holes.
Exactly.
But remember, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing.
Right. You don't want to drown it.
Overwatering leads to root rot, so better safe than sorry, right?
Absolutely. And these geraniums are actually pretty drought tolerant.
Okay.
So they'd much rather be a little bit on the dry side
Then soggy.
than soaking wet.
Makes sense. Now let's talk about those 5 fingers of ours.
Yes, those lovely leaves.
Pruning.
Pruning is key.
We know it's important for maintaining the plant's shape and encouraging healthy growth.
It's like giving your geranium a haircut, just to keep it looking sharp.
And while you're at it, any dead or damaged leaves, those can go too.
Absolutely.
Keep things nice and tidy, promote that fresh new growth.
And if you see any of those leggy stems, the ones that get a little too tall,
Yeah. Reaching for the sky.
don't be afraid to trim those back.
Spring or fall, that's the ideal time, right? For a bigger pruning session.
Yeah, like a seasonal
A
makeover.
little makeover.
Now, on to fertilizer. While rough-leaved geraniums aren't super needy
Yeah.
when it comes to nutrients,
Right.
they do appreciate a little boost during the growing season.
So a good all-purpose fertilizer does the trick.
That's a good go-to, yeah.
And of course, always follow those instructions on the label.
Very important.
Too much of a good thing, once again, can be a bad thing. Moderation is key.
Always moderation. But, beyond all the technical stuff,
Yeah,
the most important tool for any gardener is observation.
absolutely. Keep a close eye on your plant, notice any changes.
Exactly. Early detection is so important
Yeah.
when it comes to pests and diseases.
Yeah.
If you see a problem early on, you can usually nip it in the bud.
Right, right. A stitch in time saves nine, as they say.
And amidst all the problem solving, all
Yeah.
the fine tuning,
Yeah.
don't forget to just enjoy it.
Right. Enjoy the process.
Gardening is a journey.
It is.
It's a chance to connect with nature, to get your hands dirty, to see things grow.
Exactly. It's a really rewarding experience. It is.
It's a source of joy. It reminds us that we're all connected,
To the natural world.
to the natural world.
Huh.
So there you have it, folks. A comprehensive guide to welcoming the rough-leaved geranium into your life.
From start to finish.
And hopefully, nurturing it to its fullest potential. We've covered it all.
Yeah.
Sourcing this gem all the way to mastering its care.
I think we did a pretty good job.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn, listeners. Go out there, get your hands dirty, embrace the joy of gardening, and let the rough-leaved geranium fill your world with its charm and that amazing fragrance.
Until next time, happy gardening, everyone.
Happy gardening.